In a world where love seems easier than ever, to find why does it feel harder than ever? To keep, this is the question haunting millions of Gen Z individuals today. A generation with unlimited access to technology, unlimited connection, unlimited choices. Yet somehow the loneliest generation in modern history. Welcome to Shocking Reasons Why Gen Z Dating is Failing Compared to Older Generations. This is not just a video about dating. This is a journey into the emotional battlefield hidden behind screen swipes and perfectly curated online lives. And for the next 15 minutes, I want you to forget everything you think you know about modern love. Because the truth is far more complicated, far more painful, and far more human than you expect. Love used to be rare. You met someone through school, through neighbors, through mutual friends. You didn't have endless choices. So when you chose someone, you chose deeply. But now dating apps throw thousands of faces at you in minutes. What feels like freedom is actually paralysis. Gen Z is drowning in options, and when everything is available, nothing feels special. The more choices we have, the more afraid we are to commit. Because what if there's someone better, just one swipe away? We don't fall in love anymore. We scroll for it. And the truth is, you cannot swipe your way to real intimacy. Older generations talked, argued, misunderstood each other face to face. Gen Z sends texts, deletes, texts, rewrites, texts, overthinks every word. We wait for replies that never come. We get anxious over a seen message that feels like a knife. We've replaced vulnerability with emojis, conversations with memes, and apologies with silence. We're more afraid of phone calls than of losing someone meaningful. And slowly we're forgetting what genuine emotional connection feels like. Gen Z grew up watching breakups, divorces, toxic relationships, and betrayal stories everywhere. We learned early that love is dangerous. So we build walls, high ones. We don't say I love you first. We don't show too much interest. We pretend not to care. Because caring is risky. And opening your heart feels like walking into a war you might not survive. But here's the irony. The fear of being hurt is hurting us more than the actual heartbreak ever could. Our parents never compared their relationship to millions of strangers online. But Gen Z compares everything. We compare our partner to influencers, our relationship to TikTok couples, our real moments to someone else's highlight reel. And when real love doesn't look perfect, we think it's broken. But the truth is this: you cannot compete with a filtered version of reality. And relationships collapse when expectations become fantasies. We normalized situationships. We romanticized the bare minimum. We accepted ghosting, breadcrumbing, dry texting, and emotional inconsistency as normal. Older generations fought for love. Gen Z often avoids it. Not because we don't want connection, but because we were never taught how to build it. Love takes effort, discipline, and emotional maturity. And many of us never learned those skills. This might be the most shocking truth of all. Gen Z is the most anxious, depressed, and emotionally overwhelmed generation in decades. How can we love someone fully when we can barely understand ourselves? How can we show up for others when we feel empty inside? Older generations weren't perfect, but they weren't constantly fighting invisible battles every single day. Mental health matters, and it is silently destroying modern relationships. There's something no one wants to admit. Gen Z doesn't just struggle with dating. We struggle with believing that love will actually last. Deep down, many of us don't expect forever anymore. We expect endings. We expect disappointment. We expect to be left. Not because we are negative by nature, but because everything around us is temporary. Content disappears in 24 hours. Trends die in weeks. Attention shifts in seconds. People come and go like seasons. So we start treating relationships the same way. Temporary, replaceable, disposable. We don't enter relationships asking how we grow together. We enter asking how long before this falls apart. And when you love with one foot already out the door, you never truly arrive. Another silent killer of modern love is this: we are emotionally overexposed, yet spiritually starving. We share everything online, but almost nothing in real life. We post heartbreak playlists, but never say what truly hurts. We repost trauma quotes, but never heal the wound. Slowly, we replace genuine intimacy with performance. We don't ask, "Do you understand me?" We ask, "Do you see me?" We don't crave love anymore. We crave validation of our pain. And validation without healing only keeps the wound open longer. Gen Z is also exhausted. Not just physically tired, emotionally tired, mentally tired, spiritually tired. Tired of chasing. Tired of proving. Tired of explaining. Tired of starting over. Sometimes we don't leave relationships because love failed. We leave because we are too tired to fight for it again. We don't break up dramatically anymore. We drift apart, quietly. And drifting hurts in a way screaming never could. Because when people scream, it means they still care. But silence means something already died. And the most uncomfortable truth of all: we don't fear being alone. We fear being alone with our thoughts. So we keep swiping, keep dating, keep talking, keep situationshipping. Not always for love, but to escape the silence. Right now, somewhere in the world, two people who once said forever to each other are scrolling on their phones in silence, sitting in the same room, sharing the same space, but living in completely different emotional worlds. No screaming, no fighting, just distance, quiet, cold. And that is how most Gen Z relationships don't end anymore. They don't explode, they slowly disappear. Because modern love rarely dies from one big betrayal. It dies from thousands of tiny disconnections, unread messages, unanswered emotions, postponed conversations, unspoken needs. Until one day, two people who used to mean everything to each other feel like strangers again. Gen Z is not just losing relationships. We are losing the ability to stay emotionally present inside them. We are together, but not connected. Talking, but not opening up. Touching, but not feeling seen. Because somewhere along the way, we learned that distancing ourselves emotionally feels safer than being fully understood. Gen Z doesn't fear love itself. We fear how powerless love can make us feel. To love deeply is to hand someone the power to hurt you, to leave you, to change you, to disappoint you. And in a generation raised on control, customization, instant blocking, instant replacing, that kind of emotional risk feels unbearable. We can control what we see. We can mute what we hear. We can unfriend what hurts us. We can swipe away discomfort in seconds. But love cannot be controlled. Love is uncertainty. Love is vulnerability. Love is emotional exposure without guarantees. We also mastered the art of pretending not to care. We joke about trauma. We laugh at rejection. We mask longing with sarcasm. We hide disappointment behind its whatever. But numbness is not strength. Indifference is not healing. Pretending not to care does not mean you are unaffected. It simply means you are pushing your pain deeper inside, where it grows silently. Many Gen Z relationships die not because love disappears, but because both people are scared to admit they still care. So they pull back. They act distant. They wait to see who will text first, who will try harder, who will prove they still matter. And love turns into a power game instead of a safe place. Another reason dating feels exhausting is because many people are emotionally available in theory, but emotionally unavailable in reality. They want the attention, the companionship, the comfort, but not the consistency, not the responsibility, not the emotional weight of truly being there. So they show up when it's easy, and disappear when it's hard. And every time this happens, people learn a dangerous lesson. To love is to be abandoned. Gen Z still dreams of a love that feels like home. Not just excitement, not just attraction, not just chemistry, but safety, consistency, peace. A love where you don't have to pretend, where you don't have to perform, where you don't have to earn basic care. But desire alone is not enough, because wanting healthy love is not the same as knowing how to build it. Many of us grew up watching unhealthy attachment as our first example of love. Cold parents, explosive arguments, silent treatments, emotional neglect. So when we enter relationships, we don't start from zero. We start from survival patterns. We chase what feels familiar, even if it hurts. We distrust what feels calm, because calm feels unfamiliar. Gen Z also carries the pressure to have everything figured out early. Love, career, identity, purpose, success, all at once. But when your entire life feels uncertain, it is terrifying to attach your heart to anyone for too long. So instead of building something stable, many people choose to stay emotionally flexible. No labels, no expectations, no promises. Just we'll see. But a life built on we'll see rarely turns into something solid. Love needs roots, and roots require commitment. Gen Z doesn't struggle because we feel too little. We struggle because we feel too much all the time. Too much comparison, too much stimulation, too much pressure, too much anxiety, too much information. Our nervous systems are exhausted. So when relationships require emotional regulation, communication, patience, and vulnerability, many people simply don't have the emotional capacity left. Real love will not come from better dating apps. It will not come from perfect timing. It will not come from the next relationship after the next. Real love will come when we learn to sit with discomfort, when we stop running from hard conversations, when we stop discarding people at the first sign of imperfection. Love will hurt, but avoiding love will quietly destroy something far more important. The part of us that still believes in connection, the part of us that still hopes to be understood, the part of us that still wants to be chosen, not just swiped on. Gen Z is not bad at love. We are just lost. Behind every ghosting, every situationship, every heartbreak is a generation desperately trying to understand how to love in a world designed to distract us from it. We're not failing because we're incapable. We're failing because the world changed faster than our hearts could adapt. And maybe, just maybe, the first step to fixing this is finally telling ourselves the truth. Love demands patience in a world addicted to speed. Emotional intimacy matters more than digital attention. Healing yourself is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Stop comparing. Real love will never look like the internet. Choose a person, not a perfect profile. Effort is the new love language. If you want real love, you must be brave enough for real vulnerability. Modern love isn't impossible. It's just different. And it demands a different kind of courage. If you're Gen Z and you feel lost in love right now, you're not broken. You're living through a generational shift the world has never seen before. And yes, it's confusing. Yes, it's painful. But it's also full of possibility. Because when you slow down, heal your heart, and learn to love beyond the screen, you will find something real, something deep, something worth holding on to. If this video spoke to you in any way, if it made you feel seen, understood, or less alone, please take 1 second to support this channel. Hit the like button so this message can reach more people who need it. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is a space where we talk about real emotions, real struggles, and real love in a world that often feels disconnected. Your support truly matters. It helps this message travel further than any algorithm ever could. And somewhere out there, someone who's hurting right now might find comfort because of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for choosing to feel instead of numb. See you in the next video. Stay kind, stay hopeful, and stay open to love.